game this video game. Immigration is very tricky here in the United States. It's always been very tricky. Many presidents, Democrat and Republican, have tried to pass immigration reform and tried to really significantly move the ball on this issue. But they were largely unsuccessful in many instances and situations, which is why you have the Democratic Party always doing incremental steps, pragmatic steps, not doing truly what they need to do, which is to truly pass true comprehensive immigration reform that would allow accessibility to American citizenship and American life, accessibility in a way that is suitable for America, but also dealing with high influx at the border.
No, enemigo. No, we're good.
We have to try to put a system like that in place. Neither party has been willing to go to those lengths, go to that extent to truly do that because of fear and backlash from their own deep state establishment, lobbyists, and people who are controlling them, basically. Many people don't know, Barack Obama, he deported more people than George W. Bush and Bill Clinton combined, put together. Think about what I just said. Barack Obama deported more people than George W. Bush and Bill Clinton put together combined. And all Donald Trump did was continue that. Not ending that type of system, keeping that type of system in place and going because it's suitable for his supporters and what they want to see in terms of a country. Keeping that system going, but also this is where I somewhat give Trump credit because he did say this. He said that Obama is the reason for all this. Children in cages, children not getting the adequate care that they need, children that look malnourished, children that look like their health is declining. Obama had many of these systems established within his administration. Bernie just wanted to get it over with and legalize all undocumented citizens here in America, while at the same time sustaining a strong border, not allowing more immigrants to obviously come through, obviously having a strong border and ensuring that we have a suitable system to adequately process people who are trying to come here to America to have a better life for themselves and their families. That's what Bernie Sanders wanted to do. But instead, we have democratic establishment, neoliberal, pragmatic systems like pathways to citizenship, pathways for people to truly be here.
Surge not seen in years, families struggling to get into the U.S. spurred on by desperation and hope.
All their paperwork is squared away, no issues?
They've been at detention centers a few nights, papers checked, released now at the bus station in Brownsville, Texas, so humanitarian agencies can help them on their way. Ian gets new socks and shoes after a month-long trek from Honduras with his mom, Irela. Her family paid smugglers to get them across the Rio Grande.
The last month, were you scared?
Bastante.
Very afraid, she says, nearly crying, telling us she came to escape violence and poverty. The pandemic and hurricanes have only made things worse.
Do you know that there's a new president in the United States?
Sí.
Do you think that you have a better chance now?
Sí.
COVID has vastly complicated migration, but here they must get tested before they move on anywhere.
These migrants have now all been cleared to transit from here to a sponsor family or a relative somewhere else in the United States and live and wait until their asylum cases go through the process.
Mi mama.
Sergio Chavarria brought one of his 4 kids, calling back home to Honduras.
But at the same time, this is how Trump was able to tap off into some of those working class anxieties and fears because of an influx of immigration, making these people believe that lots of these folks are coming over here to steal your jobs and they're taking your jobs away. And if more people come to our country, there's not going to be enough jobs available for everyone, which to some degree, there's validity to that, definitely, which is why Trump was able to have the perfect storm in 2016 go his way. When you have Comey reopening the investigation into Hillary Clinton weeks leading up to the election, also just with her crookedness and her deep state neoliberal establishment ways and thinking, not to mention she's a neocon when it comes to foreign policy and when it comes to war. Hillary Clinton was just the perfect deep state candidate, which is why they wanted her to win so badly. And Donald Trump basically used immigration to his advantage. He brought it to the forefront and exploited the anxieties and the fears that mainly people and folks within the white working class of America have of our fellow immigrants.
Now,
Before, I couldn't come, he says, but the new president gave us an opportunity. Asylum seekers and record numbers of unaccompanied children are again risking everything, paying smugglers to get across into the U.S. Biden's team warning, "Don't come now," largely ignored. Republicans calling the surge Biden's open border.
This crisis is created by the presidential policies of this new administration.
That's the bridge.
But migration lawyer Charlene DeCruz says any surge is reaction to pent-up demand.
The way the previous president decided to take care of it is just to seal it until it reached a fever pitch. It's like a tourniquet. And then when you let it go, of course there's going to be flowage.
Back at the station, Irela waits for a 9 p.m. bus to join a brother in Houston. Other families scatter across the U.S., sending a signal for now they made it.
But the thing is, you have to distinguish what is true and what is not true. Yes, lots of these people come here and they do work cheaper, but do hard labor and harder work for lower rates of pay. This is how it undercuts the American worker, how it undercuts folks that are already here who feel like they should be first in line to get whatever it is that they need. But the thing is, if folks were more skilled, more suited and equipped to do more jobs and to do more things, then they would get those jobs, presumably. But the thing is, it's not just immigration. Immigration definitely is a factor. It is a problem, but it's not the complete problem and the complete story. And Trump tapped off into this because you also have the mixture of automation put together in confluence with that produces a major gap and a major opportunity for someone to exploit the middle class economic populist approach and agenda to help them win an election. It's very easy to tap off into those anxieties when the perfect storm is built up for you like that. Not to mention the horrible trade agreements that Obama had just previously engaged in. So you have the horrible trade agreements, then you have immigration, folks coming here undercutting Americans that are already here doing the same work better but for less. It's just something you can't simply beat. Also, automation is combined with that in confluence. All this put together in solidarity produces a major opportunity for someone to come along with a middle-class economic populist agenda with immigration at the forefront of this type of campaign. And this is what Donald Trump did. But now there's a Democrat back in the Oval Office. So therefore, lots of the protections that undocumented citizens here have are about to go back into place, have been going back into place, and are taking precedent once more again. But the thing is, if something drastically isn't done to truly put a check mark on this chapter in terms of immigration, then the opportunity is still going to be left to be exploited basically years from now. In terms of Trump coming back into American life, Trump coming back into American politics, tailoring a message once more for that white working class, just for the working class simply, period, exploit once more again. Guys, do me a big favor. Please don't forget to hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, comment, share. Peace.